Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show.
Oh, stop right there!
You've made it to X-Rated, the X-Men Animated Review Show.
What is it you want from us?
Just enjoy yourself. That's all we really want, I think.
You don't want that.
In your money, in all of your money. But mostly just enjoyment. Anyway, who am I? I'm one of your hosts, Skeleban.
You did this! You destroyed it all!
Well, that's a matter of perspective, I think. And with me is my co-host, Berzandre.
Don't bother trying to probe my mind. It won't work.
It won't work.
Oh, but-
Don't do it,
but-
goddammit.
But it's the trying that counts, right? That's the fun.
It's the probing. It's the probing. The real joy is in the probing.
I think so. I think so too. We're simpatico here tonight.
You know, I didn't turn on my light. That usually illuminates me a little better. I look pretty dark here, don't I?
Yes, well, perhaps it reflects your personality. Ah, good. Everything's working. We sound excellent. Sorry we're late, everybody. There is sound checks and new mic set up here, hence this giant pole you see in front of me until I get something more discreet.
Yeah, you're gonna work that pole.
Apparently.
Tap that. Get on the floor. Smack that. This is some more. What would be your stripper song if you had to pick one? Devin?
I'm kind of old school and obvious, I think, in this choice, but I'm just gonna say, too sexy for my shirt.
Oh, come on, really? It'd be kind of funny. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually, like, not that I go to strippers or anything, but the idea that someone actually, it would have to be, I think.
I'm gonna stick with that answer.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
The catwalk. On the catwalk.
I mean, cherry pie by Warren. Cherry Pie by Warren is an old standby, isn't it? She's my cherry pie.
I don't know. I've never been to a strip club.
Smokes me. Actually, one time, long time ago, for somebody I know's bachelor party, we went to a strip club. And, apparently at the strip club, I think it was Ralph's, actually, when that still existed in Halifax. And
Murphy was the DJ there.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Murphy, if you're listening, feel free
Murphy,
to
he had stories, buddy.
That.
Maybe we're there at the same time. But anyway, there's a
let's
just say a dancer there who there was like a theme where the dancers all came out to like I don't really care about strip clubs, honestly. If it wasn't for the fact I was going for a friend for his bachelor party, I wouldn't go there. They're boring and they cost a lot of money. And but anyway, so
DJ Classy Bills.
Hilarious. So anyway, this one girl, like all the girls, the songs that came out, they did 3 songs and they're all by the same artist, was kind of like the gimmick. And then one girl came out and did all songs by Bush, which I thought was kind of an odd choice, but it was interesting.
Glycerine.
Yeah, like swallow, hello. And I like Bush a lot, so I was like, oh, that's cool. At least their taste in music's good. But
weren't they here recently?
Yeah, I couldn't go because I was in a stupid dinner theater. I wasn't stupid; it was a good event, but I really wanted to go and I couldn't. There's no way. I really wanted to go. I was very disappointed I couldn't make it.
That sucks. Yeah. Well, you know what? We're here to talk about X-Men, actually.
No, we're talking about strippers and Bush.
Well, people.
Let's just talk about strippers and let's talk about mutant strippers.
Well, strippers and Bush go hand in hand often. Welcome to X-Rated, the Evolution, where tonight we are your hosts, of course, Devin and Andre, and we're talking about X-Men Evolution Season 3. We're cracking it open. Episode 1, Day of Recovery. Written by Sidney Clark, Steve Granat, Greg Johnson, Boyd Kirkland. That team's basically seems to be writing every episode at this point. And directed by Gary Graham, so they have like their brain trust that they have taking care of this, So opening thoughts on this glorious episode.
I'm guessing you like it. by calling it glorious.
I don't know. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I felt like I watched an entire action movie watching this.
A lot of action. This is the most,
and a good one though. Like
I'm
a
pretty
good
sure
action movie.
this episode is the more action than this entire series combined. At least if
Yeah,
you don't, if you don't, if you take a maybe the finale.
Good action, really.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was a good episode. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it flew by. I was like, oh wow, like
A lot going on.
The opening few scenes of them like getting away from the cops. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in this series. Like, I was just loving that. They were using their powers and together in unison and stuff so well, and it was all just to like steal a cop car and get away from the cops. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, I'm kind of spoiling the lead a little, but yeah, I was digging this episode for sure.
Awesome, yeah, it was a solid. I dug it.
Like it felt longer. Like it felt like a full action movie. I'm like, I felt like I just watched like a Die Hard movie, but I liked it more because it's X-Men. but yeah.
You're not gonna do a Die Hard, are you?
What?
That's a Rick and Morty reference where they have like they make a joke about how every like world, alien civilization, like not just Earth, has a Die Hard myth. It's like some kind of a myth that is passed on. Like every culture has their own version of Die Hard. So like when they go to this other alien world, they're stuck in where these mobsters take over an arcade, and Summer has to like Die Hard against them, and then like they this where they kind of make all these jokes about all these different versions of Die Hard from different cultures. Like every culture has their own Die Hard. It's really funny. Like in this place, he's called this man or that thing, or they have different names in the different worlds or different cultures where the Die Hard myth propagates. It's really good.
In Scotland, he's not McLean, he's McTavish.
Yeah, very possible. I think it's like every world has it. I don't know if it's like every country has their own Die Hard myth.
I got you.
So like other alien worlds have their own Die Hard myth.
You know what we haven't done in a long time? You know what, Hanif? Let's talk about Hanif for a second because he's here.
Oh God, you mean our favorite
Die Hard?
You mean the man who loves this series more than anything in the world?
He does, doesn't he? But he's fresh from our Fantastic Four debates last night, where it was Hanif, Dave Cutler, and X-Man Dan, all big time X-rated favorites, battling it out with yours truly as the judge, impartial. As I am always.
Was that what you needed me to? Was that Dave filled in the spot you asked me to do?
Yep.
So that was last night, right?
Yep. We had to push it back a day, but
I was doing that acting thing in PEI.
Yep. But it was a good episode. Everyone should go watch it. Trivial Debates, Fantastic Four episode.
Dave's always been
the winner.
Dave's always been a good and frustrating to argue with because he's really good at arguing.
He performed well, as did Hanif. I'm not going to spoil the winner. Go watch it, everybody. But good job, everybody. Yeah, let's talk about this episode. Oh, you know what? I'm bringing it back. We're doing something old school here.
Previously on X-Men Evolution.
Yeah, this is the first one that had one of those.
We're back. All right, so here we go. We're doing it.
And now things are about to get much worse.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it actually is kind of
the
relevant.
Entire last episode.
Kind of. Although, they don't. I mean, kind of. Anyway.
Pretty good for a previously on X-Men.
Not too shabby.
Sometimes they're ridiculous.
That's true. Well, that's because you never actually played the previous. Whenever it said previously in X-Men and then played footage, you never played that. You actually just played the last 1 minute clip from the previous episode, which is usually never relevant to what's going on in this episode.
That's what I just did here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Previously on X-Men.
I'm pretty sure in the recap they did at the beginning of this one, she says that, or they have that line in it.
Yeah, it's the last scene from the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So, we're back with the previously on X-Men. Didn't that feel good?
Not really. That's probably one of the most frustrating things you did in this show.
Oh, well, maybe Hanif is spoiling the winner there. He says it was rigged, Canadian bias.
Well, I'd expect someone to say something like that by somebody who obviously loves X-Men Evolution above all other X-Men's ever. I believe he's contemplating a full chest tattoo of the logo.
I don't know how he could say it with X-Men TAS and X-Men 97 out there, but
That's true. I mean, I'm more of a fan of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, for the X-Men content of Firestar and Iceman. But I think that's
I'm
the
a
best
fan of
X-Men
that
series.
as well. I'm a fan of that as well. When they did that comic callback to it in Amazing X-Men, I think I squealed. Went to the comic shop to pick that
Firestar
one up.
needs more love. I wonder what happened to her. I always liked her design in the 90s when she was in Maximum Carnage with that black leather jacket. That was a cool look.
She was back for a while and getting quite a bit of play because
I believe
they
the
were
last
doing
time I
that-
saw her was when they did that whole the Civil War thing, and then they had like the Avengers Academy or something. I feel like she was in that. One of those books.
She was in, what was the other one? Like they did that thing for a while where every year you could vote for an X-Men character to get a bunch of play.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like every year you can vote for an X-Men character that they have to put on an X team, and they give you the list of characters. Like they give you but it's usually pretty like everywhere from like A-listers to like D-listers. It's usually probably like 8 or 10 to choose from, and I'm quite sure the second year they did that, she won. I think she won one year. I voted for her anyway. I think she won that year.
You would.
I did. I like Firestar. Yeah, so I think and then she got added to a book. So I think she's been around a bit lately. I'm
That's cool.
remembering all that correctly. Yeah, I mean, she was on that Amazing X-Men team, the Jason Aaron run.
Right.
So that was before she got voted onto a team. Yeah, so she's been around, not just the old classic '80s Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Can you sing the theme to Spider-Man and His Amazing
Oh
Friends?
God, no. I don't think I've ever actually seen an episode of that show, so I was just kind of joking.
Are you serious?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not
man,
before
I
my
had a
time,
bunch
buddy. I
on
didn't have cable, and it
VHS.
was on in like the early '80s.
Oh, I didn't have it on TV either, but I had a bunch of the VHSs.
I don't think I had access to that either. I grew up in a very rural place, my friend.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, as did I. But
Obviously
closer
not.
to
If you
Halifax.
were lavishing around in your ivory tower watching your Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends via VHSs.
I
Sorry,
had
Your Majesty.
yeah.
I didn't realize I was amongst royalty.
Well, go back and check it out, man. It's of its time, but for its time, it's not the worst. Like the dynamic between those three characters is fun, anyway. Yeah. Well, let's get into this episode.
No.
Well, what do you want to talk about then? Strippers?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. Fantastic Four. I'm pretty stoked to see that. What did you do with yourself? You've been we haven't been here in a couple of weeks.
Where's the week before we didn't do it for Canada Day, didn't we?
Yep, and then
Last week I was in Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah, I left Tuesday morning to go to Montreal, and I got back Thursday. So yeah, busy. A lot of just busy trying to catch up. Doing a lot of renovations in our basement because we had a pipe burst. I think I told you this already. So we're still getting that figured out.
You don't want to let your pipes burst.
Well, I didn't let it burst. It wasn't.
Sounds like you did.
It was a water line from the ice machine in the fridge. It leaked. It sprung a leak that week.
Oh, you got one of those fancy fridge ice machines.
Not anymore. I don't. We got rid of the line.
Talk about ivory towers.
And it's an old. It's probably one of the first fridges to have one. It's not a new fridge. Like it's an old fridge. It was cool to have one. I might get another one and put it on my counter because I miss having an ice machine, but just like a little ice machine or something.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. Why don't we get into it?
I don't want it.
Let's do it anyway for the
All right.
X-Goons.
Let's do it. You can share my screen. I got a needed screen to be shared, motherfucker.
It's up.
All right, well, let's get on it. All right.
If
I
you were
skipped
to be okay, hold on. One more thing about strippers. So if you were going to be a stripper, but a cosplay stripper, which X-Men character would you dress up as?
Psylocke.
I was gonna say Psylocke, but I think that's too obvious, maybe. But it's a good choice. I mean, I was gonna say it.
Rogue,
But now
maybe?
that
I don't know. What do I think? Who do I think are sexy X-Men
I would
characters?
probably dress up as Gambit because then you can take.
Oh, I have to be a
There's-
male. You mean a male one? Then yeah.
No, you can choose. It's just the costume. You can totally dress yourself as a male up as Psylocke. And that's hot, I guess. But yeah,
Not if I was doing it.
it.
Not if I was doing it. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, as far as okay, all right. I mean, her costume looks the most like a stripper costume. It's actually a wrestler.
It doesn't leave much to the imagination already.
Stephanie Vacour. There's a WWE wrestler named, I think it's Stephanie Vacour. I think she's Mexican or she's Hispanic of some kind. She usually, her gear is actually like very much the same as Psylocke's. I think she took an inspiration. She even has like the lines down her eye.
Even those leg bands,
yeah,
like somehow defy gravity and stay on her.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but
they must be very tight.
She's Chilean, but she has a very Psylocke inspired look.
I would
often
like to visit Chile one day.
Maybe Pedro Pascal can take you. That's where he's from.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, didn't know
Reed
that.
Richards is from Chile. No,
Chile.
I kind of just thought he was American, to be honest. He just sounds American.
No, he's from Chile.
Oh, right on. Reed Richards from Chile. Yeah, I don't go get myself an alpaca or something. That'd be good, I think.
Yeah,
Chilean ex-goons. Tell me where's good in alpacas. You know.
What kind of alpaca is a good alpaca? Is that you're asking?
Or like, no, I'm asking where to.
What's your alpaca knowledge?
A very fine alpaca in Chile. You know. All right, let's get into this episode. We start off. The cops are coming. The helicopters are coming. Everybody's coming.
That's true.
X-Men. Oh man, the stakes are so much higher now. Like,
yeah, it's actually entertaining.
So the world, because we've never really seen this in the X-Men universe in anything before, really. Maybe in like the 60s of like the people just becoming aware of mutants, like the shock of it just being new. We've never really seen that. And it's fascinating. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It is a different way to do it. For sure.
It's flashing on the news, and it's just like, man, I'm like, imagine those news flashes if it was real. Like, and like, there's simultaneously, I was kind of an X point, I guess, but I'll just blow it. Simultaneously, some of the best animation I've seen in the series in this episode, and there's also a couple of weird looking flubs. Like later, there's like when Blob and Beast come running out of that room. Beast looks so weird in the way he's running.
Yeah, there's a few kind of rushed sort of animation-y things in this.
But like early in this episode where they're showing the news footage, they take such like painstaking detail to make it look like helicopter footage, like it's panning, like it's coming from a helicopter, and it's
like a Vietnam War movie where they're playing something's happening here at Buffalo Springfield. They're coming in.
What it is ain't exactly clear.
That's pretty good. Pretty good little aping of that. All right, yeah. So we get
kind of what I do.
Really?
What?
I don't know if I can ever. I think Johnny Cash maybe I can do, and maybe I've been told I'm okay at.
I hear that train a coming, coming
better.
round a bend.
You don't got that deep voice. Actually, your voice is
I
pretty.
haven't seen the sunshine since I don't know when.
Someone like Leonard Cohen.
Stuck. Well.
Which is also good.
Hallelujah.
There you go.
Hallelujah. First,
That's good.
we take Manhattan. Then we take Berlin.
I also been told I can kind of do the guy from Blind Melon. Not too bad, depending on if I can catch me at the right time.
All I can say, it's quite hard.
That's pretty good, actually.
And my life is pretty plain.
It's all in the nose.
I
gotta
like
do it, and you get
watching the puddles gather.
Yeah.
Oh, yours is better. Yeah, yours is better.
It's in the nose. You gotta you gotta go up in your nose. Yeah, I can. You gotta like, and you gotta kind of like warble, like I can do.
I
But
used to
like,
play Change a lot. I used to like.
oh, that's a good
song.
song. Yeah, look at Blind Melon's a great band.
Yeah.
All right,
He's dead.
yeah.
He died very young. He's like, I think he's part of the 27 Club actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he died. Actually, shit, that sucks.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we see Cyclops, of course, getting aggressive with Mystique because he wants to know what happened to our old Professor X, who is currently missing. As we've seen at the end of the episode, that he has been replaced by Mystique. We don't know for how long. Anyway, but as our
an interesting remaining question as well.
but also like
There's
I think
a lot
it was
going on here. There's layers.
I think it was only the last episode because his behavior seemed uncharacteristic in the last two episodes. So I think it was only those last two that really were when he was actually replaced.
Maybe.
Anyway,
he was extra friendly before that too. And that
yeah,
was
but it'd be pretty dark to go from being extra friendly to being like kind of an asshole like he was in the last one. So
because
I think
she's trying to pretend. He's like, Xavier's friendly, right? And then she gets wind of that he's actually a bit of a dick.
I don't think that's
true.
true.
This Xavier isn't. In this show, he seems quite nice.
He's a pleasant fellow.
Yeah.
So they try to Jean tries to probe Mystique's mind. It doesn't work. I think it happens right here. You can only skip ahead so much time, but
I believe that's comic accurate as well. Her brain's too shifty.
Shifty. They ever explain it in this episode? They don't really explain why she can do that. I thought maybe it was
I think it's part of the shape shiftiness. Like it's just
no, but they don't explain that. You know, like I know
No,
you
not in
understand that,
this.
but
Yeah.
you know, as fans, I wonder if it ever comes up that they explain that in the series or not. But Scott threatens her. She says she wants to see Xavier dead. He'll back off. The group's interrupted then by sirens as the cops arrive, and there's a big old sequence where the X-Men escape using their powers to get away from the cops.
It's so cool.
The new mutants are
And I do
surrounded.
love when the X-Men and Brotherhood work together. It's kind of great.
They just feel like they should be in the same group at this point after 2 seasons of them kind of,
Yeah.
you know.
Wonder how that's going to end up. Wonder if they're all going to be like a big happy family at the end.
No, I don't. Maybe I think it kind of ended. I think that it ended. I think they did end it, but I think they still left stuff lingering, so they had to end it. I think is what I heard, but maybe someone who's seen the whole thing can
I
explain
hope
better
it's
than me.
exciting for some of the UX goons out there that we haven't seen how this goes, because I know a lot of you have. And like this is the first episode where I'm like somewhat ashamed that I haven't seen it all, because before that I'm like, yeah, like in the first season I'm kind of like, yeah, I see why I kind of fell off this a bit. And
But
really,
honestly, like
I
2
just got out of
seasons,
cartoons.
2 seasons is a lot to watch for something to get good.
Yeah. Well, no, season 2 was pretty great. I thought like there was a lot.
I mean, I say that as someone who suffers through 2 seasons of Deep Space Nine to get to the really good Deep Space Nine.
Whoa, we're opening up a very long conversation.
Actually, I like all the seasons, although I think historically most
Yes.
people think the first 2 seasons aren't good. But I
I
generally
to
disagree.
other seasons of DS9, but when
For sure.
I contend when you
Move
compare
along home, Devin. Move along home.
Alan Moraine,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Um,
But I maintain that you compare season 1 or 2 of DS9 to like most of the other seasons of the other series, it's fine.
all right,
And
let's
it
do
has the
this.
best opener. Like the first 2 episodes of DS9 are friggin' amazing.
Basically, it's just a big old long. At one point, the cops managed to get Jean Grey, put her in the car.
Yeah.
But then Nightcrawler teleports in and takes off,
it's
which
so
is pretty great.
cool. I cheered. I was like,
And then
yes!
Shadowcat like tells him to wait up and run through 2 cops, and then jumps in the car too. and,
I
like, phases
cheered
through.
again. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was a cool little sequence. It's nice seeing them actually like using their powers in a fun way.
I would have loved to have seen this sequence in live action. If they can do something like this.
Yeah, this whole like if they done this in a live action movie, it will be very cool.
How about that nod to? I mean, this is an X point too, but I got lots, so it's all good. That the previously on X-Men thing, like they even had the Cyclops actor do it, just like Norm Spencer did in the original series.
Right.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did actually. Actually,
Yeah.
if anybody gets like a cool glow up in this episode, it's Cyclops.
Oh,
He's quite cool
that
in
was
this
an X
episode.
point too. Oh, he's so Cyclops in this. Like people been saying that this Cyclops is great, and I've been digging him pretty much the whole time. But yeah, he's really stepping up now, and it's interesting to see him become that kind of like teenager to like, you know what, I feel like I'm better at some shit than some of these adults, and I'm just gonna like do shit.
Well,
way.
he's
Like,
what
that's
every
Cyclops.
teenager thinks is that they're better than adults at the thing that they think they're good at.
Yeah, but Cyclops just kind of is sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess.
Tanif says they explain why Mystique is immune to psychic probes in a few episodes this season. Oh, good.
Excellent. Thank you, Anif. I was kind of hoping you'd fill that in because I knew of anyone that lets the show, you'd be the one to do that. So,
Yep.
yeah. So then Cyclops gets picked up by Storm when he's getting surrounded and fly away. They pick up Bobby when they're running off in the car, but there's also a barricade set up, and then Jean used her powers to float the car over it, which is pretty great. And then on the news, you see the X-Men are all getting identified, several of them by name, because I guess the reporters were able to track them down, including Kitty, including Jean. Evan is also mentioned by name, and several others. The White House makes a public announcement for everyone not to jump to any conclusions. The New Mutants follow Ray into the sewers, where they try to escape, and he says he knows a place for them to hide. So as they do that, the X-Men regroup. They're long before the Brotherhood shows up as well. Brotherhood shows up as well in the area to regroup, which is funny. Mystique tells them they had nothing to do with. I guess Mystique
funny in this one too.
Yeah, Toad actually, because he's smacking on Scarlet Witch as much as they hard, which is pretty funny. He has a line where he says like, "She's so hot it makes a guy almost want to brush his teeth" or something like that.
I have that line here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I go with the black capris, red top, and matching ruby choker.
Yeah.
She makes a guy want to brush his teeth.
It's pretty great.
Because you always wonder if it's just like his mutant Toad things that makes his teeth brown, but it's just like, nah, he just doesn't brush.
Yeah, so there's a pretty funny bit here where I'm getting this with the X-Men's regroup area, and I'm guessing Mystique knows it because she was Xavier. But she tells them she had nothing to do with Magneto's plan to expose them. That, but seeing as how the world is reacting, Magneto was correct.
And who knows, they love to make Wanda a telepath because they don't know how to deal with her powers. But actually, in this series, they do her powers pretty well, I think. Maybe the best I've seen outside of comics.
Well, this also draws the line to me is what annoyed me about Magneto up to this point is that his whole motivation is that humans can't be trusted and Xavier and mutants need to but the humans haven't had a chance to prove him right yet because they don't know that mutants exist. So they're not like mutants are being persecuted because they don't know they exist. I mean, people in the government did, but not the public at large.
I'll talk about it later. There's a line in the middle of this episode and the very last line of the episode that sort of like play off each other. I'm going to talk about that later.
Yeah, it still doesn't explain that. But anyway, so then Jean bursts in, asks her why she's there because Jean arrives at the area. She says she wants her team back from the military because some of them are taken by the military, same with some of the X-Men's team, as we know that Wolverine was one of them. But then Nick Fury.
What if there's a crazy morph reveal and one of these characters has actually been morphed the whole time and they're just like, surprise, second shapeshifter, it's morph.
I'm pretty sure Morph's not in this show. It's never come up before. Any mention
what if Kitty's been morphed the whole time? You never know. Anyway,
how did he morph through the?
Yeah,
I was going to say, how does he morph through stuff? I guess he takes their form, but I think he gets their powers.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Although when he became the Hulk, he did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think he doesn't take powers, but I think he changes his density and strength more than Mystique.
That makes sense. And I guess he could fly. I guess he makes wings,
Yeah, Mystique just changes her image, I think, mostly. But, I think he does more things with his. Because he's just a pile of goo. He's not like a dude.
He was a pile of goo.
He was just born as a pile of goo.
So Nick Fury shows up and tells me he knows where they can start looking for their friends. And there's a good line here where Toad says something about how many people know about this secret meeting place. Because Fury shows up.
Fury is pretty great in this too. I really like this Fury. He's just spitting his friggin' toothpick, and he's has all his boys show up and point guns at them just to be like, you see, I could have captured if you. I wanted you captured. You'd be captured.
Yeah, Mystique like snaps her fingers, and the Brotherhood kind of closed in on Fury because they think he's just a lone person. But then he snaps his fingers, and like 20 guys with guns come out of the woods. So Fury hands over a disc with information to where the others are being held. When they ask him why he's helping them, he says he has his reasons that he can't get involved officially, and then they leave.
That's like the Brotherhood Danger Room training equivalent. It's just like the X-Men train in the Danger Room and stuff painstakingly. It's just, Mystique's just like, if I snap my fingers, attack people.
Mm-hmm.
That's their training. Yeah.
So Mystique, Storm tells the X-Men they'll split up in groups. Before she's done talking, Mystique grabs the disc from her hand, says she's in charge. Storm's furious. The sky's darkened. There's like they're gonna get in a real fight. But then Mystique tells her to back off, and Jean interrupts her, reminds Storm that Mystique has Xavier somewhere, so they need to follow her lead. So Mystique sends Toad and Wanda to New York.
This show's growing on me, man. Growing on me hard. All right, let's go. I'm by how much I'm enjoying this episode.
So Mystique sends Toad and Wanda to New York to find out if Magneto's really dead, because she has suspicion he didn't die in the assault with the
He has
Sentinel.
a funny line to her here too. I forget what he says here. I don't think I clipped it. Maybe I did.
Oh wait, right here?
He's hitting on her really good there too. What's this?
Flesh and blood, or some kind of mutant monsters? Are we being invaded by alien beings?
No, but that was interesting. Like they had all those news articles and stuff. Oh, maybe this is it.
Sorry, it just seems like everyone in this country is out hunting mutants.
Get used to it.
No, that wasn't what I was thinking of. But how topical is that? X-Men just stays relevant, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
The mutants get ice agents now, I guess.
Yeah, the mutants just get iced. Yeah. Sent to or like, what do they call it? Alligator Alcatraz.
El Salvador.
Yeah.
Alcatraz is a prison where people that went through due process ended up.
That's true. But this one's Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, I think the word Alcatraz is what I have an issue with. It should be like it's more like alligator Auschwitz because they didn't, I guess they're not like actually, hopefully they're not actually killing people to the extent.
Hopefully they're not exterminating.
But they're certainly being put there without any due process for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. It's funny. I was picked up by a cab driver once here in Dartmouth, and he told me he used to be a lawyer down in like somewhere in South America, maybe Guatemala or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of the country, but I'm like, well, why are you a cab driver? He's just like, they kicked me out of the country for pleading habeas corpus too often.
Really?
You can't imprison my client without a trial. They're like, yes, we can. He's just like, no, you can't. And then they're like, get out of here, you.
Yes, go drive a cab.
Yeah, go drive a cab in Dartmouth. It's like, well, I will. And I'll tell this hippie-looking fella about it.
So Mystique sends
Cab drivers, man. Some of them are interesting people you'll meet sometimes.
Oh, I agree.
And
Magneto's
hitchhiking.
Want to find out Magneto's really dead, so Nightcrawler and Avalanche stay back somewhere where everyone else watches Jean boost the velocity jet. It was under custody. The rest of them head off to coordinates the Fury gave them, which turns out to be Area 51,
Jean,
which
too,
is pretty
her
funny.
powers, too. She really flew off with that cop car. Like, there's a point with that cop car where she has to, like, take over with her telekinesis powers, and she just, like, flies off into the sunset with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we've seen that kind of display from her in this series.
Yeah, she's been pretty strong at certain points. She's done some pretty big stuff.
All right.
So Wanda and Toad end up breaking into a news van and watching the footage that was taped the previous day, and they get proof that Magneto didn't die. In the slow motion, they can see he was rescued by Quicksilver.
You might be right about that, Eve, because fresh out of the episode in TAS, at least, about Morph, he says he thinks Sinister enhanced Morph to allow him to mimic powers. Fresh off when he first rejoins the X-Men's cause in that fight after being experimented on by Sinister, that's when we really see him go off. Like, he turns into Omega Red and, like, flips people over, and, like, he does a bunch of crazy stuff. So maybe that is the case.
Well, it's never expressly stated.
We don't really see him do that.
It's not expressly stated. Like, you can apply or put whatever you want into it, but they never explained it in the show. It's just sort of fan theory, which is cool. It's a good one.
It's in-depth, highbrow entertainment.
Is this a way to just validate your crackpot theories, no matter what they are?
Well, it helps.
I mean, there are a lot of inconsistencies with any TV show that has a rotating team of creators. Where same as comics, where characters or do things. There's an issue of Spider-Man comics in one of the comics where he talks about never really watching baseball or being into baseball, and then like there's on the other Spider-Man comic the next week there was a big issue about how him and Uncle Ben went and pulled to Dodger Stadium and watched the baseball or to the Yankee Stadium and watched the baseball people play all the time. So like it's just miscommunication between the editorial, I'm guessing.
Okay, here's a question for you. Of all the long-standing, we'll even include DC in this, Marvel and DC characters, like long-standing, like we'll say a few decades, which is like most characters at this point. Like most of the characters we think of as new characters, like I still think of like Ghost Rider as a new character, like because he came out in the '90s, right? But he's even 30 years old.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you said Ghost Rider came out in the '90s?
Not the original. I know.
I was going to say Ghost Rider's been around before that.
I know.
All right. You mean the Dan Ketch Ghost Rider?
Dan Ketch Ghost Rider.
Okay.
But
what was your question?
What character, long-standing comic book character, do you think has been written the most consistently? Going from writer to writer to writer, and it's definitely not Batman.
Spider-Man, probably.
I've always said that as well, but then you brought up that point just a second ago about how like 2 issues.
Yeah, but I mean that's because there's so much. Like if you look at how consistent he is over the output, like how many appearances, issues, comics he's been in, I'd say probably pound for pound would be the most.
I agree with you. I think it's almost remarkable.
I'm sure there are lots of
Spider-Man's written. I feel like.
I'm sure there are lots of characters.
There's some weird stuff that happened in the Straczynski area that kind of like.
Well, I mean, I think the obvious answer would be like the Savage Dragon or like Spawn or somebody that like the one person's been writing the whole time.
Yeah, that was not in my premise.
The Spawn's been written by various different people. And
at this point?
Yeah, honestly, probably the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too. Like they're pretty consistent as far as the way they're depicted in the stories. I mean, they've been rebooted a few times in the comics, but they're always kind of the same.
Can change. They can go from gritty to like we're in outer space fighting Worm.
Worm was in outer space. He was in the sewers,
wasn't he? Oh.
Yeah, outer space was like the Cuddly the Cowlick in the Interstellar Wrestling Federation.
Yeah. Right.
That was all in the comics, not the show.
Worm was an alien, right?
No, he wasn't. Unless I'm mixing him up with someone else.
You are Worm. WYRM.
No, he's the guy that's like. Oh, so there's 2 different worms. Oh. There's the
blue guy.
Yes, the one that's kind of like Mixel Pidalic.
Yeah, he's an alien, right?
Yes, that version is from the TV series. Like not from the original series.
Yeah, he's like Mixelplex. You're right.
He's
kind of like.
But there was a version in the Archie comics that was like a lamprey or something, WYRM, that was like all yellow with the googly eyes and the tongue with the.
They did WYRM twice.
Yeah.
2 different characters.
Yeah.
Wow. You could have spelled worm so many different ways. Oh well. That's very consistent, in fact.
This depends on the version of them. I kind of forgot about the blue one.
Ninja Turtles is good.
I think the blue one might be from the more recent series, like the smaller bluey one, because the one, I guess he looks like that in the old. Weird. Yeah, it must have been like an Archie Comics thing, because that was the Archie Comics sort of adaptation of the series. Anyway, so the mutants run to hide in the sewers, and then Berserker leads the New Mutants basically with Tabitha into the sewers.
Oh, don't play the video.
Sorry, in which they immediately run into Caliban, who is a Morlock that lives in the sewers and says that he can tell that they're mutants like him because of his ability.
This is a cool, slightly creepy version of Caliban too. I like it.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? This is a very obscure reference. So way back in the day, I want to say the 80s, maybe the 70s, there was a claymation movie called like the Further Adventures of Mark Twain or something. What's it called? Just the Adventures of Mark Twain. It's a claymation movie, in which Mark Twain and these kids go on this adventure through time. It's a really odd movie. It's generally a pretty straightforward kids movie, but there's one sequence in it where the kids go through a door and meet an angel that is identifies itself as Lucifer, and creates life out of clay.
A
and
fallen
then
angel, if you will.
he mentions that too. But then he makes all these claymation people that represent like humanity, and then they give them life, and they all like will go around. But then they start like fighting with each other and becoming like aggressive and angry, and then basically a cataclysm like kills them all. And then like the kids are shooken up by what they see, and he says something along the lines of like, "It's just life. We can create more." And it's a very dark, nihilistic kind of weird thing in the middle of like what is generally a pretty benign kids claymation movie from the 80s. So you can look it up on
Morgan
YouTube.
Freeman said that very same thing in a movie called Deep Impact. Life goes home.
Well, I mean, he wasn't cavalier about it the way that the devil was in this particular
Probably not.
version. But if you YouTube like just Mark Twain and the devil, it'll come up, and it's a very disturbing, interesting thing. That just like I said, it's very weird. But the devil, the Lucifer angel, sounds very much like the way Caliban talks in this.
Does he look like him, or he just sounds like him?
I mean, I can look it up. I can show you a picture if you want to share that screen. Here, can I share that screen too?
I think you can probably do. Yeah, you can do more than one. Murphy does like dozens of them.
So if I go to present slides and PDF, no, I just want to like it won't let me show another screen.
What? I'm pretty sure it will.
If I go to present, it says video file, image file, slides, and PDFs, and stop screen.
Oh, weird.
So maybe images, but not another like screen.
We don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. Well, I mean, I can.
We believe you. He sounds like the devil. Oh, now you've ruined your other screen.
No, it's still there. I just got to bring it up again when I want to.
Oh.
So there you go. So
what? Oh, there you go. All right.
This is what it looks like.
I've definitely never seen this.
And it like takes different forms. It kind of it mirrors Mark Twain here, and but it's generally like a theater mass that changes shapes, becomes demonic, and becomes more.
Does it have anything to do with Mark Twain other than that?
Not really. It's more like a weird commentary on like it takes the skull form and like the form, like it's literally one of the weirdest scenes ever in a movie. But
oh yeah, look at that. It does sort of look like Caliban.
Just the way it talks to the voice is very similar. But yeah, it's generally a claymation movie, right? That just has.
Would it be hilarious if that's what they were going for and they were trying to do a nod?
It would be cool if that was what happened though. That would be neat. So here, I'll stop this and go back to the There you go.
We'll have to bring like Steven and Frank back on and ask them. Look, have you guys ever seen the Adventures of Mark Twain claymation?
Be hilarious if they were like, yeah, we love it. That's why Caliban talks that way.
I'm only in this business because of the Adventures of Mark Twain. They'll say.
It moved me.
Yep.
They're sharing my screen there. All right. So then basically Area 51 is where they're sent to, which is really funny. Because like instead of just saying,
they all look at each other too. They're like, what?
He's like, instead of being like, here's a disc that tells you where they're at, he could just say they're at Area 51. Like it's common knowledge where Area 51 is. So Mystique morphs into
somewhere
a raven
in New Mexico. I can't remember the exact place in New Mexico.
Well, if you looked it up, I guess to the internet. No, the internet was around now. You can look it up.
Oh, definitely.
So Mystique turns into a bird, becomes into a soldier,
like 10,
and then
10, 12 years old by this point.
Sneaks in and opens the fence, or turns off the fence sensors so the rest of the X-Men can get in. Inside, we see Wolverine's being questioned by the military.
Blob's in a block of goo.
The green Stacy's trying to break out of, which is what we're seeing here. Once inside the base, the others split up. Bobby and Kitty make their way to shut down the alarms.
Bobby's cool in this episode too. He's acting like Bobby. He's a bit of a buffoon, and that's kind of what he was for like the entire '60s, and for a while after that, he was a bit of like a Obviously, like a bit of a class clown, but kind of a buffoon as well. He would mess up a lot.
Yeah, there's a whole sequence here where he uses ice to get over these sensors to get. I always find it weird. Like, why
It's
would you do
super
this in a
slick.
room?
Like-
Like, why would you do this in a room and just put them on the floor like that?
So you
Like-
can have Catherine Zeta-Jones climb really sexily underneath them. That's why, Andre.
What an obscure reference. Is that the movie with Sean Connery, when she's a jewel thief that you're discussing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What's the name
The
of that movie?
entire
again?
trailer for that movie was her climbing under those lasers.
I mean, you could have said Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
I'd have never seen a Tom. I don't see many Tom Cruise movies.
Mm.
I haven't seen a Tom Cruise movie since Cocktail. I don't think.
Oh, come on.
Other than Tropic Thunder, but he's just like a small part. He's great in that, actually. but-
Yeah, he is. So Bobby used the ice to get over the sensors, and then when he's showing off, he drops the pliers to shut off the alarm. And then the troops come in. Mystique tells Jean, Cyclops and Avalanche to keep them back when she goes off with Nightcrawler to find the prisoners. Spike's able to pop a spike into Logan's restraint and get him free. So Wolverine, gets Spike out, and then they go take out the remaining troops. Blob's able to get free of the goo as well. And Nightcrawler and Mystique arrive and take off to meet the others when the
This
troops are
scene's
close.
super cool too. All these action scenes are really well directed.
Yeah, it's a great fight sequence here.
Good job, Gary Graham, on this one.
Basically, they managed to get everybody out, except Mystique's the last one to come out, and Cyclops leaves her behind.
Oh, it's so cool. This is I love this episode, and this is my favorite scene in this episode.
Because
Cyclops.
well,
That's how
Mystique-
Cyclops rolls, man. Like
Well,
he's
Mystique-
sometimes like a few steps ahead of you.
He
Yeah.
tells Avalanche to bring the ceiling down on all the soldiers, and Cyclops stops him because he would kill them, which is a nice little moment. But when they seal the exits, yeah. So basically, Jean, he puts it in her face. She screams to let him out. He tells her if she doesn't tell him where Xavier is, he's going to leave her. She tells him he doesn't have the guts, basically, but he cuts it off and seals the exit before she can even say that. He's like, "You don't have that." Then he just slams the door. And he says there's no time, which I think is really funny. So although they still have to go find Xavier, but he left her behind. This is like a cool moment for Cyclops. You can see him really becoming like a little more of a harder edge leader, which is nice.
Yeah, he talks about that later. He's like, "Shit, maybe that was a bad idea because now we don't know where Xavier is." But she wasn't gonna tell him anyway. So he
Yeah,
did
but
the
she
right
also
thing.
could just
He
take.
totally did.
She could turn into a fucking bird and fly away. So what? She's not gonna get caught.
No.
Couldn't she turn into
but-
like a worm and just slither through the grate, or a snake or something? If she can become a
Yeah.
bird, why
And
couldn't she?
the way they show her powers in this series,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, she's not caught, but
No.
it's still pretty cool.
So the Todd sneaks in to the house. Your brotherhood, or the old house is being watched. Their brotherhood house. Toad was supposed to get everybody's clothes out, but he only got Wanda's, which is pretty funny.
He likes
So
that
it's just-
choker.
Yeah, which he has the her capri shirt. But then we see that the X-Men, the Institute's gone, Xavier's gone, Cave 6, they can't return home or to the school. Gus said they didn't get the info about Xavier's location. Logan tells them to find him on their own. And Aurora tells them they have a new world to deal with now, one that fears them, and somehow they have to find a way to reach them and show that they're the good guys before it's too late.
Mm.
Yeah, very, very hopeful X-Men ending. It's nice. Storm
Oh,
stepping
so
into a
it's
leadership role.
No, I'll talk about that. I don't think I'm going to blow an X-Wing, but maybe I'll wait.
You can just go to X points. You're pretty much there.
Yeah, we're pretty much there. Well, first we gotta rate this thing, don't we? Don't we do that before X points?
Usually.
How shall we proceed, sir?
We're gonna make a call.
By making a
That's what
call.
we're gonna do. 10. I loved this episode. Like, I was even in my mind relating it to great episodes of TAS that I loved, and it's right up there. I love this episode.
Yes, the action-filled series that was TAS.
Well, it was oftentimes.
Yeah.
In some episodes.
No, I'm not trying to be sarcastic about it. I'm just meaning like that show is all action all the time, and this was like
Yeah.
the first time we've seen anything that was even semi-reminiscent of. Not semi. I mean, it's. I'm not
And
being
the
fair.
stakes. Like,
Yeah, it's got higher stakes and has reminiscent. All we need is like a nice And we had like Caliban, so we got a new mutant we hadn't seen before. Like that is reminding me.
As soon as they dropped in the sewers and I saw Caliban, I was like, "Whoa! There's so much in this episode." Like there had already been Nick.
Well, it makes you
Fury
wonder where they're going to
and
go
all
with
this
it.
stuff.
Like, are
With
the
the
new mutants
Morlocks?
going to join them, or the Morlocks, and just hang out?
I mean, I'm so interested in that. Like what I'm wondering is, can they go back to school now? Like the whole premise of this show is that they go to this high school. They can never go back there now.
Yeah, they do
Like-
have a line. They do have a line where he says, like, on the plus side, no more homework.
Yeah. So if they're like totally getting rid of that angle and just going full X-Men now, oh, this show's gonna get crazy good, I think.
Well, what about their education?
They live at a school. That's what I never understood. Like where they had the time to, like, because Beast teaches them classes back at the mansion. So they go to this school from like what 8:30 till 3:30 or something, and then they go back to the mansion, maybe have a snack, and they got to go to Beast's class until what, like 5 o'clock or something, and then they got to go do Danger Room training. And then, like, there's, like, Storm and Wolverine and Xavier teach classes, too. Like, when does it end? When do they get to be kids, Andre?
I guess going to high school is their chance to be kids. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I guess. What do you give it?
Yeah, 10. It's pretty great.
It's pretty great. Like, I'm not a big action guy. Like, whenever, like, Star Trek does action, I'm like, God, I'm bored by this. Or like other things that I love. I'm just not.
Star Trek doesn't do action well. I mean, newer Star Trek certainly does
newer
better than
does
old Star Trek used
was,
to.
and that's like, well, yeah, but not better. Yeah, yeah. I checked out on Discovery because it was too action focused.
David Cronenberg's in it. That's fun.
I know he plays Daniels from the Enterprise series, which I checked out on the series before that reveal happened. But
was he in Enterprise as well?
The character was Daniels when he was younger, so he's playing an older version of this character.
Who was Daniel? What did Daniels do?
Daniels in Enterprise was like from the future, like the 27th century or something, way in the future.
That's one of the things that pissed me off the most about that series is that in Enterprise they never explain the dark, shadowy person from the future that was manipulating events. That was in the first season. The Suliban are all answering to this shadowy figure that's in a portal, stasis portal or whatever. You never see what they look like, but they mentioned that it's somebody that from the future, and obviously it was going to be a big reveal at some point where you find out one of the Enterprise members is this person. I think it was supposed to be Archer. Was going to be.
It was Archer.
Yeah, but they never explained. They never say it in the show.
Yeah, they do it. Like that character is there, that shadow, and then it jumps out. It's Archer. He jumps out, and it's him.
Really? I thought they never explained it.
Oh no, they did. He jumps out and it's just like, it's me. But like they never show or like explain the fact that he wasn't this character dealing these details the whole time. He just masqueraded as this person at the end.
Oh, no, they should have had it like they should have explained who that person was.
Yeah, well, they allude to it. Daniels talks about it.
But alluding is not the same as giving us the answer, dude. You can't that's not good television.
No, he just says that there's like a lot of factions and they're all like having this time war and that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, it might have been one of the sphere builders, actually. It was probably one of the sphere builders, actually. It was one of the sphere builders.
None of this means anything to me.
Anyway, we have a Star Trek channel on this network. We're getting distracted here. Go check out Live Long and Podcast, where I'm sure you can find those answers. Probably from me. I just don't remember. Because my memory's not the best. Yeah, let's do X points, shall we?
We shall.
Let's do it.
There's no point.
All right, that's not.
There's no point.
Nah. Let's do something more meaningful. No,
All
let's not. I'd rather talk about it.
All right, my first point at the end of the last episode, Logan is shown being like on the news. They show them taking Logan away on the streets when he was still underground in the hidden base when he was taken. So like, it just looks like if they take him up and then in front of the cameras to get rid. I don't know. It just looks weird. It's like he was sort of left in a different place before to show how he's on the news. It seemed strange to me. Kind of like a goof, I guess. I don't know.
Well, all right. My first X point is, I maybe it's not the first time, but it's the first time I noticed it. They totally changed up all the intro animations.
Oh yeah, they did too. Yeah, yeah.
Like you get the cool scene with like the high five between Cyclops and, well, I guess it's high 3 Nightcrawler. But
the thumb, is that included, or yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
My next point is that the episode was nominated for a Golden Reel Award for Best Sound Editing in television animation.
Best sound.
Pretty good sound in this one.
I loved about this episode. That's not one of the things I was thinking about. I'm sure it was good. Best sound. Interesting. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. They show during the cop scene, one of the cops gets hold of who they think is Jamie, but it's one of the dupes, and the dupes just evaporates. In the comics, dupes do not just evaporate. Like I was just
they burst like a blood. They just explode.
I was so confused. No, like he has to reabsorb them, or they just keep living. Like he's running into dupes that are like 15 years old, and they've become like a doctor and shit. Like. And then he's like, "I'm gonna reabsorb you," and they're like, "No, I have a family." Like the dupes don't just evaporate when you grab onto them. They're like this weird, I don't know, almost, they're kind of this entity onto themselves, but they still like understand their connection to Jamie. It's weird, man. There's some weird stuff written by Peter David, mostly R.I.P. But his powers are cool. Like they could do the coolest movie or show around Jamie Madrox, but yeah, dupes do not just evaporate. He has to
in this world they do
stomp on them or something. Or
in this universe, Earth 628 or whatever this one is, they do.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother power. Then he's just sort of like this hologram machine.
Well, I'm assuming they can physically touch things. They're not like light.
It's weird. Yeah, I need more explanation there.
You hear us? You hear that? More explanation?
More explanation. Sidney Clark, Steve Granat, Greg Johnson, and Boyd Kirkland.
One thing.
And Beast was added to the opening title.
I was just going to bring that up. Actually, yeah, it's first time it's okay. You stole my point.
Make that your X point.
That's what I was going to say. Was that I noticed Beast is part of the team now in the opening credits. Yeah. Funny because he wasn't really like when he first joined the team in quotes, he wasn't around that much. But now he seems to be a full-fledged part of the group.
Okay.
All right, that was my third point.
All right, well, my third point. All right, I got a clip for this. So this is the thing I was mentioning that I wanted to talk about that kind of played off each other. So this is a quote from about mid-episode.
If nothing else, this public reaction proves that Xavier was wrong. Humans and mutants cannot live together in peace.
The old Xavier was wrong quote. Is that what our t-shirt should have been? I don't think we sold a single Xavier was right t-shirt, so maybe we should have made t-shirts that said Xavier was wrong.
What a nihilistic group of fans we've cultivated here.
I know, they all just want
not one single shred of hope amongst them that people might be good at some point.
It's just the times we live in. Magneto just feels right these days.
Yeah, well,
but it'll pass. This too shall pass. But so there's that. Which you see her point at that point in the episode. But at the end of the episode, a much wiser, much more powerful and beautiful person has something else to say.
But right now, we have a world out there to worry about. A world that fears us. Somehow we must teach them that we are the good guys before it's too late.
That's what Xavier said. So if you're saying Xavier is wrong, you're saying that you should not try to show humanity that you're the good guys, because that's the main thing he always said. He's just like, no, the reason we have to save humans, even at the cost of ourselves sometimes, because we have to show them we're the good guys. We're not all Magneto, or else they should persecute us because we're all crazy, superpowered supervillains. But it's like, so like she totally rebuts that Mystique point, and they're totally doing a Mystique Storm rivalry dynamic thing here in this series, it seems, and I like it. I mean, Mystique doesn't stand a chance against my queen, but it's cool. And I don't know, like I've never been a Magneto was right guy. He just seems right sometimes, but in the end,
Well, this version of Magneto is the most like mustache twirly supervillain version of it.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely not quite the treading the line between good and bad as he is in other series. Definitely just straight up bad in this one. So far, anyway.
So far.
My fourth point is that Berserker says he knows a place they can go, and takes him to the sewers, in which they run into Caliban, which makes you wonder.
He's a Morlock?
Or he has some connection to them. So I think that might be what is revealed in the next episode, probably.
That would be very interesting, because that's something I wanted to ask our friends of the show as well. It's like, where did Berserker come from? I don't think we asked them that. We asked them the origins of Spike, like Steven and Frank. But I don't think we asked them about Berserker. I'm just interested why they bothered creating that character as well, when there's so many other New Mutants. That, like, they're clearly doing sort of the New Mutants / exterminators. And, they're just like, let's throw this electric character in Berserker. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But if he's like a Morlock, that makes it more interesting. Kind of gives him like a reason to be there.
Yeah, but usually the Morlocks can't pass as human, which is why they live in the sewers.
He's got a weird mohawk.
That mohawk is close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Whoa, look at this kid. You're a mutant.
Get out of here, mutant.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, so my fourth point, is it?
Yep, I'm on my fifth now.
Or did I go first? Either way.
I went first.
Okay. So, here's one thing that bothered me about this. Now, there's different aspects and stuff you can talk about that maybe is the cause of this, but there's quite a bit of scenes at the end of this episode where Jean is standing next to Storm, and Jean Grey is taller than Storm in all of those, and that is just wrong. That is not correct. Storm is very imposing, taller than your average woman, and it seemed weird. It just made her look less like Storm, because I'm like, Jean's there and she's like an inch taller than Storm. I was like, what is happening here? Jean's supposed to be a teenager, and she's Jean Grey, and we've got this fully matured Storm, and she's smaller than Jean Grey. What's happening here?
Good point. My last point is the juxtaposition of the early 2000s when the series came out, and the modern day times in which we live. When the President of the United States is on television...
Let me play that clip again.
When the President of the United States is on television in this episode, he says, and I quote, "My fellow Americans, this is a time of gathering facts, not finger pointing, not turning against one another. As your president, I strongly advise you above all to stay calm." What a quaint and lovely sentiment that seems to have no place in the modern day political arena of the United States.
Who are you, Bernie Sanders? You communist? With that kind of sentiment.
Hey, we're not American.
I know, I'm teasing. We already believe in those types of things up here.
Well, I'm not saying Canada's not its fault. I'm not saying the States is all bad either.
I'm not saying Alberta doesn't exist. Sorry, all our Albertan ex-goons.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm starting a war. No, I love Alberta. I actually lived there for a while. Jasper is a deep place in my heart, and as does other places in Alberta, actually.
So what's your last point? How much you love Alberta? Oil sands, loving motherfucker.
Just get rid of Danielle Smith so we can move on as a country. Anyway, what do I want to use? Okay, Wolverine's strength is my last one. So they show a scene in here where Wolverine picks up this like huge steel table. Like it shows that he has an increased amount of strength, certainly. But what I contest is that Wolverine is probably every bit as strong as Captain America. And the reason I say this is...
Well, I think having a metal skeleton would probably help.
Yeah, well, of course he's more durable. But I just mean in actual physical strength. Like, they show how, like, Captain America does crazy strength feats all the time. But they describe him as peak human. So they're like, he's, like, an Olympic level everything. So it's like he's as agile as an Olympic gymnast, but he's as strong as an Olympic power lifter. Like, he's, like, peak human in all aspects. But Wolverine is 200 years old, carrying around an extra like 300 or 400 pounds of metal or whatever. It's a lot. Like he's heavy. He's like a 400-pound dude or something, which they don't talk about a lot. But like if Wolverine falls on you, that hurts.
I think they said 360 or something. I remember.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot for his size. But like you carry that weight around, and you just get stronger and stronger, and his like muscles heal instantly after he like tears them and stuff. Like there's no reason.
That's true.
Why
That's all building a muscle is tearing your muscle.
Yeah, exactly. And then healing it with amino acids and whatnot. But how could he not be peak human by this point? You know what I mean? He should be every bit as strong as Captain America. He would have to be peak human. Like there's no reason Wolverine shouldn't be as strong as an Olympian after all this time.
Yeah.
You know? So I think when you see Wolverine do a strength feat, I think he underplays his strength, and he could do some of these crazy strength feats you see Captain America do all the time. Plus adamantium.
Yeah, well, there's that. Now in the MCU, calcified elementals become adamantium.
I'm going to do, again, about 5 years from now, we'll still be doing this show, and I'm going to have the biggest I told so for everyone who was just like the MCU is dead, because I'm like, we haven't even seen any of the MCU yet. If you know anything about Marvel, Avengers are like the most boring part of it. We're about to see Fantastic Four, who to me are more interesting than the Avengers. We're going to get the X-Men. Oh, the MCU is about to be better than it's ever been. If you think Endgame was peak MCU, just wait. You're wrong. I promise you, you're wrong. I'm picking fights tonight.
Yeah, you're scrappy.
Yeah, I'm a little scrappy tonight. It's been a doozy of a couple weeks, to be honest with you. So I'm scrapping. All right, let's move on to where is it?
Hey, check it.
I'll go first. So, this is an interesting one because I don't think I've done this before. I'm going to actually recommend... Well, this is Hey Check It, our comic reminiscences and recommendations segment. I'm going to recommend a children's book, but one that certainly has comic book ties because it is by New York Times best-selling author and fellow Nova Scotian.
Kate Beaton.
Blue Nose. Yes, it's Kate Beaton, of course.
Is it Shark Girl?
Shark Girl. Have you read Shark Girl?
No, but I actually have seen it around a lot.
Shark Girl, man. My 4-year-old loves it. She makes me read it to her every night.
No.
It's like, even if like, look, we wasted too much time, we got time for one book. She's just like, I want you to read me Shark Girl. And it's written and drawn by Kate Beaton. She's quite the talent, this Kate Beaton from Nova Scotia here.
I would love to have her on my other show. I've sent her a message. I never heard anything from her.
Oh, well, my plan is to go down. She's going to be at DCAF this year. I'm going to go down and get her to sign this for Edith. I'm going to take Edith with me. You know, Edith's adorable. Kate's going to love her. I'll ask her to be on your show then.
Please do.
Yeah, I will. That's what I do. But yeah. Oh, Hanif's here. Hey, Hanif.
Yo.
We're just doing our comic recommendations right now. I'm talking about Shark Girl. It's not a comic, but it might as well be. I mean, it's all illustrated. It's a story. But the reason I love it, other than the fact that my 4-year-old daughter loves it, is it's about an issue that's very close to my environmentalist and biodiversity focused heart. It's about bycatch. So
nice.
it's about, people going out fishing their herring or whatever, and they're pulling up whatever shark and whatever ray and whatever rare grouper or whatever else, and that gets killed just because it's in the net. It's just like that should be so highly illegal. If you can't precisely catch what you think or catch and release it well as you can, like it's awful. Bycatch is awful. And it's about that, but in a way that kids can understand, and it's just a really good book. Everyone should buy it, even if you're don't have a kid. Check it out. It's Shark Girl.
All right, I'll check it out.
Okay. All right, Andre, what you got for us?
All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison. It's one of my all-time favorite comics. Obviously, lately it's come up.
Why you're talking about Superman?
Because it's a great comic. It's, in my opinion, one of the best representations of what Superman should represent. And
Not because of a movie or anything.
Because of a recent film, it reminded me how great that series was, and it's still just as good as I remember. So check out also Superman. I forgot to grab it off my shelf, but
did it play off that at all?
A little bit. I think that I think it very much took the theme and the tone of that series very, very well. Yes.
Did you see Superman, Hanif? I'm not a Superman guy myself.
I did see Superman.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
What do you think? Well, actually, let's go to the next segment. Let's go to the next segment, Devin.
All right. Do we have another? Oh, we do have another segment. All right, let's go to the next segment. We'll get your answer here in this next segment.
But I like movies, which is fine.
So my movie suggestion is
fine, but it's not ideal, Andre.
My movie suggestion is the new Superman movie. Go watch it now, Hanif. Tell us what you think about the new Superman movie.
I don't feel as strongly about it as a lot of people, as far as loving or hating it. I thought it was just okay. I didn't hate the movie. I'll just say this: it was light years ahead of what anything Zack Snyder did. They actually made They actually made Superman into a kind-hearted hero, and that's what I want. I don't want this dark, twisted, decrepit version of him that Snyder put out. He's snapping villains' necks. Oh, he's possibly planning takeover, or he can't save his dad from a freaking tornado, even though he's invincible. He actually wants to help people, and so that portion right there makes it 10 times better than anything Snyder did. I just had issues with the pacing of it, and some of the script was a little.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that part section, but I agree with most of what you're saying.
I feel I think there's definitely an aspect to what you're saying there that I think rings true. I think people really want to like this movie. I think
no. I mean, no, and
I think
like I said, I don't.
That might give it a 9, maybe would give it a 10 just because they really want to. I think
I don't
really like it.
No, I don't.
But I think
and I didn't. And like I said,
shine,
I don't.
A little bit of shine getting put on.
And like I said, I don't hate the movie. I just.
No, it's okay to not love every aspect of it. That's fine.
Yeah, no, but I'm not about to throw in the towel on it, because I still believe in James Gunn. And I think he's got big plans for the DC universe over there. So I'm excited to see what he's got. And also, I mean, let's keep it a buck. I mean, the MCU didn't really start off with a hot streak. I mean, outside of Iron Man, the first one, I mean, most of the phase 1 was kind of mid, if we're going to be honest. I wasn't a huge fan of Thor. I didn't think Captain.
I'll stick up for Captain America: First Avenger. I think
Captain America: First Avenger. I mean, because I knew what the story was, it didn't really do anything to me.
Played out, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's okay, World War II, he dies and then comes back in the future. All right, we got Cap. So it was okay, where's the exciting bit?
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know.
But no,
people have been saying very good things about Mr. Terrific.
Oh, Mr. Terrific was. Yeah. Mr. Terrific was great.
Honestly, listen, the version of Superman I want to see, I got. The version of Lex Luthor I want to see, I got. Lois Lane was great. Jimmy Olsen was great. All the surrounding characters were pretty great as much as you see them. There's a lot going on. It's just they can spend a lot of time with everybody. The world is already lived in. We're kind of joining it as it's, instead of building everything, we're sort of in the middle of it's already here. I I don't know, man. It's hopeful. It's bright. I think it's almost an answer to Snyder's version of Superman by going out of their way to showing how much he actually does to make sure people don't get hurt in battles. Like his first and foremost thought is how do I get this away from people, and how much life can I save regardless of the life, which I not even just human, which I think is very important. And
that was definitely not the Henry Cavill.
Yeah, it's and beautiful as well. I think the concept, the core idea. I don't want to like be too spoilery, but the core idea behind what sort of shakes Superman's worldview about this revealed about halfway through the movie is I love how they did that. I think it's an interesting spin on his origin, which has sort of been dealt with in the comics before. It's not like it's a new idea, but it's really cool. I think the idea that we, being who we are, like choosing to do good, is more important than where you come from. And
didn't you guys hear that Superman's woke now? Did you guys?
He's always been woke.
I mean, you mean he's been woke since the 30s?
Well, there's a plot point in this really hammers home the idea that like you can certainly make a lot of parallels to a lot of things, but the idea that wherever you come from, be it your parents, be it your country, be it your religion, be it whatever, if there are people at the top that are doing bad things, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make the same decisions
and there was
or follow what they tell you.
And there was an episode of Smallville that people tend to forget where it was like it involved Clark helping I guess an immigrant boy who was being tortured by one of his neighbor farmers, and his mother Martha, who was working for the Senate or whatever, she was like,
yeah,
you can't be harboring illegal aliens. And Clark was like, I'm literally an illegal alien. You harbored me for all these years. And she's like, it's not the same, but it kind of is.
There's a great, like, all that stuff with Dean Cain, like talking in the media about like Superman not being woke. There's a whole episode of that show where they accuse him of being a legal alien and want to ground him so he can't fly and want to see his green card and all this stuff that he doesn't have. So, like, it's
not to mention Dean Cain's born name is like Dean Tanaka, and he's like should be more friendly to immigrants because he's like.
Yeah, well,
I know he's definitely not full-bred American. He's like of some kind of ethnic.
His grandparents are Japanese, so he's just like, and they were immigrants.
He's also like,
he should be more in tune to that plight.
It's like that Queen of Canada lady that's like from like Cambodia or something that's like running on an anti-immigration bill.
Queen of Canada, I forgot she existed.
So like it's this I got mine, Jack. Like I'm in, so let's not let anybody else in. But there's also a beautiful, like, I just feel like they find an interesting way to, like, instead of just doing an homage to Superman, they find a way to make it relevant to some of the issues we have in our world today. And especially with the internet and technocrats. But there's a lovely sentiment in the movie that actually I love dearly about, like, where Lois Lane mentions she's like an old punk, like from back in the day, like punk music and stuff. and well, because like they're talking about music and Superman says something like he likes his band. She goes, "Oh, they're not all that punk, blah blah blah." And because it's not about being like I can't remember what it was exactly, but something about being kinder and being gentler. And he says, "Well, maybe that's the new punk. It's like being empathetic and kind to somebody is almost being punk in our modern society." And they really play that theme a little bit with him. And including a song by Teddy Bears featuring Iggy Pop at the end of the movie, which I've been stuck in my head since the movie came, which called Punk Rocker, which is a great song. But I don't know, man. I just loved every aspect of it. I gave it 5 out of 5. I know I wanted to go in loving this, and I mean, sure, they could tighten a few things up, I guess, but I was very entertained, very happy. I mean, the Justice Gang in quotes are really fun. Metamorpho was great. Like all the aspects of that is really fun.
But the real star of the show was Crypto.
Oh, Crypto's great.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
The cameo.
I think the whole movie was.
When the dog is the best character, that's usually a bad movie.
No, it's not.
No,
it's just entertaining.
No, actually, well, the movie. I'll say this: the movie had a lot of animal friendly themes. Save animals, like be kind to animals.
Yeah, life above all else.
I think the movie actually I read the credits. I think it was like one of the sponsors was like the SPCA, like one of the animal adoption organizations that we have here in the States. I don't know if you guys have it up in Canada.
We have an
That's-
SPCA. No, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, but there was there was actually a lot of scenes. Well, there's one scene I'll spoil that actually was very warm my heart, where they go back to the Kent farm and Crypto is out in the farm playing with the cows, and you're just like, you just can't help but get like real gooey inside.
Oh, there's so much of that. Like, there's a scene where he's running it like Superman's trying to save people from this kaiju, and there's a squirrel that he saves. It's just in the way. So like he goes out of his way to save a squirrel from getting crushed by the kaiju.
Crypto
so like
does,
it's
or
Superman does, which I think is really sweet.
That is nice.
There's a lot of that in the movie, and even when he's fighting the kaiju, he like goes above. When he realizes how much incidental damage can be incurred by it, he goes out of his way to get it away and like have it follow him away from the city. There's so much fun stuff like that. The little the guest appearance at the end of Crypto's real owner was really fun. There's all this really good, like Peacemaker's mini cameo was really great. There's a lot of like really fun little nods to the greater universe. And I deeply love Suicide Squad. I deeply love this movie. I feel like it fits in it well. I really want to see Idris Elba's Bloodsport come back and interact in this world somehow because I loved him. Let's do it, man. So I said in my Letterboxd review that like being empathetic is the new punk rock. So let's all headbang together. This is what I want my movies to be, and they're fun.
So it's like, what did I see on some? I don't forget who posted it, but it's just like your favorite characters haven't gone woke. They're just real life supervillains now.
No, it's like superheroes aren't woke. You just became the new villains. It's like when X-Men 97 was first came out, and people were like, when you wake up and realize you weren't a fan of the X-Men.
Oh, did you guys hear X-Men's gone woke?
Yeah, no, there was a meme. It was like, when you wake up and realize you're not a fan of the X-Men, you're actually really a friend of humanity.
Yeah, pretty much. What does X-Men got to get all political with these themes?
Whoa.
Yeah, wait till they find out that Superman was written by a Jewish man.
Mm-hmm. A Canadian Jewish man.
Ooh.
Yep.
Take that.
They're not going to like that. They're going to try to tariff Superman.
Yeah, what about and what about all these Batman fans who don't realize that, especially the ones that are like big NRA guys, and they don't realize that Batman's whole thing was an anti-gun message.
Yeah, but they saw Ben Affleck's Batman, and then they're like, "Oh wait, guns are cool." Now.
Oh, that Ben Affleck's Batman definitely killed people. He was like snapping, like just punching.
Yeah,
people
remember who directed that? Snyder.
Yeah, well, that's why we were talking about character consistency earlier, and I said it's not Batman.
Rick and Morty do a really good episode, the episode for last, where James Gunn is actually the villain of the episode. He voiced himself, and he's in the episode. He's like the head of a studio that makes a big franchise series that the new movie Rick really hates. So they go to him, and it's kind of a whole commentary on AI and using it to make movies, and it's very interesting.
And Zack Snyder also voiced himself too.
Yes, he did. Oh, did he really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's in it very briefly. He they're in the line at the commissary at the film studio, and then like James Gunn gets his like a meal on the plate, and then Zack Snyder behind him goes, "I'll just get a jug of creatine, please." And they just put like a jug of creatine on the thing. That's all he gets. That's all he gets for his meal. So they're standing there like holding their trays, and like one's a meal and one's like just a jug of creatine.
Honestly, man, of all the people who like get slagged for sucking, he's one of the people who's like most okay with it. Like he kind of takes it with a grain of salt and can be funny about how like people think his movies suck. Like he's not bitter about it. He's just like, yeah. Like,
did any of you guys watch? Did any of you guys watch that Rebel Moon thing that he did on that?
It looks so bad. It looks so
I
bad.
watched both parts and I was so upset. I was like, I need my life back.
Like when I was kind of like, I really liked his Dawn of the Dead movie. I really liked 300. I really liked Watchmen.
Yeah, 300, Dawn of the Dead, Sin City.
I like Watchmen. I didn't have anything to do with Sin City, but that was Robert Rodriguez. But I hated. So when I saw Sucker Punch, I was like, "This is not good." And then like, you know, I actually like the Snyder cut of Justice League, but there's a lot of reasons why that was better than it may have been if he was just able to do it when he wanted to. But when I saw Army of the Dead, I was like, oh, great. He's going back to like the Dawn of the Dead. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. And my wife and I like zombie movies. I was like, this movie, fuck it, sucks. It's not good. It's not good, man. It had all the elements to be good, but it really was not good.
So here's my movie recommendation, fellas. Go see Fantastic Four next week.
You don't even know it's good yet. It's probably going to be great.
It's going to be so good. I'm calling
the cast alone. The cast alone has me hooked. I'm a Pedro Pascal fan.
Did you hear they even? He's maybe the thing I'm least excited about it, but fair enough. If he's as good as you think he's going to be, then I'm going to be very excited.
I mean, there's
apparently they changed.
There's nothing he's done. There's nothing that Pedro has done I don't like. I loved him in Mandalorian. He was great in the short bit in Game of Thrones. Even like The Last of Us, which I hate that show, but he's the one thing that what kept me going on.
What about his appearance in Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 1?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, he's in like he's like a guy that's kind of like another guy that's hitting on her that sort of turns out to be a vampire. She stakes almost instantly. I'm pretty sure it's in season 1.
How about that? Oh yeah, go see Fantastic Four, everybody. And speaking of Fantastic Four, Hanif, do you have anything to say about the Fantastic Four?
I want to add one thing that I think is interesting that it showed up. So they've never actually said who John Malkovich is playing. I know it's implied that he's the Red Ghost.
Red Ghost, yeah.
Well, it's not actually stated anywhere in any credits. People just assume
apparently it's been confirmed that the other guy from Cobra Kai is the Mole Man. Though.
Yes, I heard that I know the actor plays Johnny Storm said that the Mole Man is in the movie. But there's
Stingray.
Yeah,
Stingray is Mole Man. He has to be. Yeah.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Paul Hauser.
Paul Hauser. He's a great actor. He's in a lot of cool stuff.
He is good.
And the new season of The Bear just dropped, which is also really good with the guy that plays the thing there.
He was also Micro in The Punisher first season.
He was, yes, he was, yeah. But the rumor is possibly that because like we all assume that he's the Red Ghost, he probably is, but a rumor online was that he's not, that he's actually Reed Richards' father. Like the crazy like multiverse hopping kind of insane, which I think would be really cool if they did that. I don't think it'd be really neat if that's what they did. I don't think it is, but it'd be cool.
I did see a rumor. I also saw a rumor, and I'm pretty sure this is very far fetched, that they said that Kang might make an appearance.
No, I mean his charges got dropped, so maybe they're gonna go back to him. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean he technically is a Richard descendant.
He's a Richards, yeah.
It would be kind of cool if they did. I mean, I do really like that actor. I don't know his legal issues. I know what he's accused of, but they dropped the charges, so who knows?
I mean, and there's been talks about Disney possibly bringing him back because he was an important character in the MCU.
Yeah, he's a great.
At the same time, replacing a Kang movie with a Doom movie, I'm 100% for that. Every time.
I mean, they could have done. Yeah. I just always liked Kang. I would like to really see them play that out the way they wanted to.
Yeah. And the thing is, they already made him too weak because like Ant-Man already beat him by himself.
I don't know why. What a dumb.
But that doesn't make a very good threat. Like a big Doom style threat if like Ant-Man already.
Dude, he was beating the shit out of him in that last scene. He won off a plot armor.
Yeah, well, but only
what a dumb decision to make. Like of all the heroes to encounter Kang, that was just we need to advance where we want to get to with this thing, so we got to establish him early enough by putting him in there. Like of all the people, like the first 2 movies are heist movies. Why not make a third a heist movie? If you want to have Kang involved, make them have to steal something from him instead of having a big fight with them. You know what I mean? Like that would be way more interesting.
Take Kang's time chair.
Yeah, or something that they need to get to kind of connect it. But having Kang be banished and crash land in the microverse, like.
What didn't Janet technically steal something from his chair? That's why he was kind of after them.
True. Yeah. There was they did put in a heist element.
Yeah, because while she was there, she stole something from his chair.
Yeah, that's why he can't leave, because she stole like the element he needed to get out.
Yeah. But, I might need to revisit that movie. I know everybody shits on it, but I enjoyed it when I first saw it.
I gave it like an 8 because it had strong like daddy-daughter themes that resonated with me.
Yeah,
man.
it's family.
Like he's just like the 1,000 different Ant-Men are all yelling, "We gotta do it for Cassie." I'm like crying and shit. And it's just like I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta give this movie an 8. But how do you feel about Fantastic Four Trivial Debates?
It was cool. It was my first time. I mean, I'm not a debater. But I know how to argue some points. And it was,
Supported
and
yourself
you know,
well.
I thought I handled myself pretty well. I mean, I went up against a whole ass Marvel Comics writer.
Yeah, I'm like,
And,
you're going up against David Cutler. He's just like, that's a cheat code.
yeah, and X-Man Dan was no slouch either. So
No, he's got the deep knowledge as well. Yeah.
yeah, but I think I held my own pretty well, I guess.
I think so too.
What was the order of people? Was that Dave first and Eve second?
Well, it switched up every round. It was like Dave would start first one time, then Dan would start first another time.
Dan was
and
up 2 points to no, and then it just kind of collapsed for him. But like, because the problem is, if you get off to an early lead in that show and start making good points, your points become a target, and people start to try to take you down. And that's what happened. Dave Cutler started to tear strips off of X-Man Dan. Like, it was pretty, all his strips.
And I kind of almost wanted to like go last because I wanted to hear everybody's points and then come through with my own.
Yeah.
I know I got everybody on the sports question.
You did. That's true. You destroyed them on that one. But it was good. Go watch it, everybody. Trivial Debates, Fantastic Four. Yeah. Do we got anything else to do here tonight? Well, I guess just this because it's getting a little long in the tooth.
He's the coolest teacher we got around here, and the nicest. Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
Your homework is to watch season 3 of X-Men Evolution, entitled "The Stuff of Heroes."
You could just said their homework is to watch season 3 of X-Men Evolution.
No, you can watch the whole thing, I guess, but
eventually that's your homework. That's your long term. Like, that's in the syllabus.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the end of the course will be that, I guess. But for now, between now and our next meeting, we'll do that. It looks like, based on what I'm seeing in this episode, that it's kind of another X-Men working together episode that returns. Yeah, it looks like Juggernaut makes a return too, which is fun.
Ooh, interesting.
And it looks like Wolverine might be ditching his costume now, going to the less.
Oh no, not to the Ultimate Wolverine look.
Yeah, well, he's not. Yeah, this is 100% the episode where he goes the Wolverine look.
I've been not looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is 100. Yeah, this is 100% the episode. It also looks like maybe we see Xavier come back as well. So.
The next episode is actually pretty. It's pretty. If you like the action pack from the first episode, you're gonna like the action in the next one. Yeah, because it's also part. It's like part action, but also part like politics.
It's getting interesting and deep.
Season 3 is definitely. I told Davin earlier today. Season 3 is probably the most topical of the seasons because now they're gonna start.
X-Men Evolution is your favorite thing in.
I think you said the best movie or television program ever made is what Davin said.
Y'all are hilarious.
Davin said you said this, so I'm just.
I did not say that.
Confirmation. All right. So
I did not say that. We've already had multiple discussions about this, so I'm not even going to entertain you guys.
So Davin's a filthy liar, is what I'm hearing.
He is a liar.
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Liar.
Are you going to stay in here and take this?
That's where we ended up here. No, I'm going to move on. Support the show.
Yeah, that's right.
patreon.com/X-Men Review Show. Get your merch at redbubble.com/people/X-Men Review Show /shop. Well, maybe we'll throw up something new every now and then. No, forget about that one. Contact us at xmenreviewshow@gmail.com and find our audio-only version wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, please like, review, subscribe. Seriously, people, give us a review. I would love to hear what you think. We don't have a lot of reviews, and those go quite far in the realm of visibility and whatnot.
The mysterious realm in which we all dwell.
And you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and check out our whole family of podcasts, including Trivial Debates starring Hanif Jelani Robinson at
Hanif?
ufpodcasts.com. And, yeah, that's it. Anything else to say to the people, either of you?
Listen to the Graphic Histories podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on.
You don't have to do all that.
The Graphic Histories Podcast.
That's
Yeah, new episode just dropped today with Kane from
with
Australia.
Kyle.
Yeah, okay, Devin. I re-recorded that intro, and I'm guessing I must not have saved over it by accident because I was very tired when I was trying to put it together. But I want to fix it. And just interviewed Vladimir Popov today, so that'll be his covers and a really cool guy. So we had a great conversation. That'll be up on Monday.
Did I send you him? No, I don't think I did. Maybe I did.
I talked to him through Facebook, but I didn't see the normal one that we do when you send the two common things together. I think you did actually. I'm pretty sure you did. Because I remember you mentioning I want to send you colors.
A while ago.
It might have been, yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah, check out Graphic Histories, everybody. It's a great show, in fact.
Thank you.
Yeah. And all right, well, let's get out of here. Anything to say to the people, Hanif? Say to the ex-goons.
Go see Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Fantastic Four.
Let's all harmonize, guys. Come on now. And he's a singer.
It's true. Two of us here are singers, and plus Andre. Yeah. But you have a fine voice yourself, Andre. So.
No, it's you don't gotta lie to me. It's fine.
Yeah, well, you know. Let's catch you next time, everybody.
Next time.
Look, I can't get involved officially, but I can at least point you in the right direction. Good luck.
They're gone.